With a ceasefire in one part of the Middle East holding, there's growing talk of another fight brewing about 1,000 miles away. The aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln and accompanying warships are arriving in the region, and Iran-backed proxies are getting ready for possible strikes against Tehran. President Trump claims Iran is ready to cut some kind of deal. But activists say the regime isn't letting up on its protester crackdowns. They're saying at least 6,100 people have now been killed so far, and fear many more are dead. To break down what this buildup really means, we're joined now by Jonathan Ruhe, a fellow at the Jewish Institute for National Security of America. Good morning to you, and thanks for hopping on again. Talk to me about this carrier strike group, officially in the Indian Ocean. Talk to me about its positioning there and what this deployment signals about U.S. intentions toward Iran.
Certainly. So this aircraft carrier and accompanying ships are currently in the Indian Ocean. Last I heard, a little bit too far away to conduct real power projection against Iran itself, but in the coming days is expected to be positioned in the North Arabian Sea or the Gulf of Oman, which is just outside the Arabian Gulf, an area which is probably too confined and restrictive for the carrier to actually enter. But that would get it close enough to pose a credible threat to fulfill Trump's red line from several weeks back about Iran's crackdown on protesters. So its impending arrival in the region in a couple of days basically sets the scene for Trump to make the decision whether to carry out or to back down from that red line that he issued several weeks ago.
And does this posture help deter Iran without escalating tensions, or does this complicate the security balance in the region?
So it currently is a key factor in that deterrence equation, which is still being figured out. So far, we've had Iranian officials issuing the clearest and I would say fullest threats they've issued to the United States in a long time, which is this would not be like June when Iran basically telegraphed a single response against our air base in Qatar, and we were able to evacuate it beforehand. Iran has said if the United States strikes this time, that the Iranian response would be much more aggressive and potentially broader, targeting more U.S. bases, energy shipping lanes, or maybe even a broader regional war. So the key question now is, will those Iranian threats subside if they think Trump is actually contemplating further threats? Because I think right now the Iranians have taken the measure, which is they've successfully avoided military action for the current protests. And from the Iranian perspective, they're gauging how to prepare for another round because these protests will recur.
Yeah, I mean, I still can't believe some of these images we're seeing from the ground there. Just extraordinary. Jonathan, while I have you, I also wanted to ask you about Israel, because Israel's military has now confirmed that all hostages taken in the Hamas-led attacks on October 7th, they've all been officially returned, including the final remaining captive whose remains were just recovered. This was a major sticking point in negotiations. And let me first play a bit of sound from Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt and what she told reporters on Monday.
The last remaining body of the hostages, Israeli hostages in Gaza, has been returned. This is a huge foreign policy feat for the President of the United States, for the State of Israel, and frankly, for the whole world. The President made the impossible possible.
Jonathan, what does this milestone mean for the framework led by the United States?
Well, without diminishing the accomplishment to get this far, because a ceasefire was very hard to get to, now comes the even more difficult part, which is, as we're calling it, phase two, the actual implementation of a peace plan. So the next major step, we've had the Board of Peace be announced. We've laid the diplomatic groundwork for how to move forward. But push is really going to come to shove with whether or not Hamas voluntarily disarms, as Trump's plan calls for. Right now, Hamas has given no indication that they intend to do that or that they will do anything until they get to basically shape those factors for the post-war scenario. Who's going to govern Gaza? Who's going to administer it? So you kind of are at loggerheads right now because Hamas is saying that, but the Board of Peace and a lot of America's Arab partners are saying we're not going to invest in reconstruction until we know Hamas cannot threaten that peace going forward.
Yeah, still so many unanswered questions about what a post-war, Gaza would look like. Jonathan Ruhe, thank you so much for being here and for your time as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.